So, Stichomanacy, what is it? It's an intuitive talent where you can read anything in printed word and interpret what God wants you to hear and know. It's receiving messages from the Spirit through any written word. You may be wondering why then, at this moment, I'm not holding a Bible. Well, people with a true gift of stichomancy can read anything and practice this. You don't have to read the Bible in order to get a message. Your next question may be, is this a book on stichomancy? No, and I'm not sponsored by this author, but it's Biocentrism, How Life and Consciousness Are the Keys to the Understanding the True Nature of the Universe by Robert Lanza with Bob Berman. Okay, you say, but how do you do a stichomancy reading? It takes practice. Just like anything, you have to do it regularly, but I'm going to show you how I practice. So I'm going to start with the very first page, which is entitled Praise for Biocentrism. So this is all of the quotes that other people have said about the book. An extraordinary mind. Having interviewed some of the most brilliant minds in the scientific world, I found Dr. Robert Lanza's insights into the nature of consciousness original and exciting. So that right there, God is speaking to me, the original and exciting. So I'm going to write these keywords down and just keep them in my back pocket for later interpretation. His theory of biocentrism, which biocentrism even stands out, that word being, if I can spell it, being bio is the self and center or centrism is the center of. So the self being the center of is consistent with the most ancient traditions, which say that consciousness conceives, governs, and becomes a physical world. It is the ground of our being in which both subject and objective really come into existence. That's by Deepak Chopra, best-selling author, heralded by Time magazine as one of the top heroes and icons of the century. Next we have, this is a brave new book. Instead of placing life as an accidental byproduct, authors place life at the apex of universal existence and purpose. So that's what we need today, is purpose. It is a very thrilling, so today be excited. Today be looking forward to it, and disturbing read. So we're going to be excited for today, but be mindful of those around us. While the proposals made in biocentrism seem radical and counterintuitive at first, so even though against your better judgment, follow your gut. A bit of reflection will soon make the images clearer and place us on the pathway to a better and more commonsensical mindset. So it says it right there. That is what God is trying to explain to you, is you have to do self-reflection in order to make the images clearer and place us on a path to a better commonsensical mindset. It is sometimes it's very forward like that, and sometimes it's a read between the lines, but to me it is very forward that that's what we need today. That quote is by Michael Gooch, the author of Wingtips with Spurs. The last quote from this is, both interesting and worth the effort of reading it. From the way Lanza chooses to present his arguments, it's clear he has a solid grasp of esoteric disciplines. His style is controversial, and his sense of wonder is as infectious as it is delightful. That's by the Midwest Book Review. So I want to really hone in on these esoteric disciplines, because that's what we're talking about here today, is a type of esoteric discipline, Stichomanacy. And by the way, this is our March bookmark. If you are interested, they are only going to be available on Patreon. It says Luck is Believing You're Lucky by Tennessee Williams. Back to the esoteric disciplines. Stichomanacy is one of those. Stichomanacy is being able to read. And for me, I like to write down the messages as they come so that I can refer back to them and talk to you about it as we go. And some people can just read and get messages and explain them. I like to write things down. That's just my personality. And this is a discipline. It is something that you have to continually practice and work through and study. I am never done learning. I am never done receiving messages. I am never done. So this otherworldly just interpretation that I can receive is a discipline. But that is how you do a Stichomanacy reading. If you ever want a reading with me, you are absolutely welcome to contact me. You can check out my website and all of my social media pages if you like. I so appreciate your watching this morning on Stichomanacy Saturday, and I hope you have a beautiful day.